Fuck's sake. I've just ballsed that up. I've just recorded the video showing you my vaped flower and everything. And instead of pausing it, I stopped it because I'm so stupid. So I'll have to put it up as two little videos, won't I? Or see if I can edit them together. But I'm going to finish doing this. Right, let me pause it and check my messages because my phone's distracting me. And it was absolutely nothing anyway. Bloody phones, I really should ignore technology. Right, so what I've just shown you is basically vaped flower. Well, I've got some that's been decarbed, which is similar to vaped flower, which I can show you. Now I'm going to pop this in with it because it adds a bit of flavour. And you basically get your slow cooker. Butter machine is much better, like I was saying. Magic butter machine. It keeps the temperature at 71 degrees for 2 hours consistently. Now obviously with a slow cooker you're having to get the temperature up to temperature and then, I don't know, keep it at the right temperature, which is very, very difficult. It used to hit temperatures of well over 90 with mine, and I used to do it for 4 to 6 hours, so God knows what I was doing, if I was doing it right or not. It used to work, so I don't know. But now what I try to do is get it up to temperature as quickly as possible by setting the slow cooker to high, get it up to about 60, 70, knock it back down to low, and then I'm giving it a good 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer. And then me and the boyfriend, we tend to do it off taste and whether or not it does anything as you're sort of trying a bit. I don't know, my boyfriend always says he gets a bit of a tingle, whatever that means. I just, and he also says about the taste of the nuttiness. So, I don't know. I used to feel quite a lot off it, but obviously now because it's so totally medical, I don't know, it's just something nice to have in my coffee and it keeps me out of pain, so I don't really get high anymore. Well, occasionally, but it takes quite a bit. Right, and then you're going to say, how much coconut oil do I put in? Or butter. Some people like to use butter. I prefer coconut oil because the biodiversity makes the cannabis work better in your system, apparently. Like I say, just Google all this stuff that I tell you. It's just stuff that I've read online or been told by other people that do cannabis things. No, I just tend to go with a certain consistency of making sure that it's very, very covered. A little bit of loose oil, but I like it quite strong. So some people might like it quite dilute, but there are recipes out there that you can go and look for. Right, so that's everything into the slow cooker. It's set to high. What time are we on? So 4 o'clock. I'll probably set a timer and keep an eye on it. Now these things are brilliant. Little thermometers. It's an oven thermometer, a thing that you stick in meat. And yeah, there is, so just keep one of these handy because you can check your temperatures constantly and make sure that you're not getting too hot. So I'll leave this going now for, like I say, 20 minutes and I'll check the temperature and see where the temperature is at. And then, yeah, it's just a case of stopping and stirring it every half hour or however long you feel like. And like I say, leaving it for at least 2 hours to stew. So that's that bit done. Time for me to have a cuppa and yeah, probably go and have a wee vape or something or other and relax and see if I can work out how to add the video that I stopped onto this video, which I might not be able to do, so I probably totally ballsed up my first how to. But that's me. So I've got to remember to pause it and not stop it, and then I've got to leave the laptop open because if I close it, it'll all delete. I really need to learn how to edit. But that's a job for another lifetime, maybe. Right, I'm going to go and get a little bit stoned. In a bit. Go on then, pause. No. Right. So, this is what I've thrown away after I'd, well, not thrown away, but put into the pot. But yeah, that is the vaped flower that I'm using, that I have shown you in the previous video, but not in this one because I'd already put it in the pot and then stopped bloody recording. But anyway, right, I'm just going to check the temperature on it and see where it's at, because I don't want it getting too hot, because you don't want it getting over 100, I think it is, they say. I can't think off the top. I think it's 100, yeah. But obviously the higher you get it, the more it burns off. So we're at 47. Right, I'm going to pop it onto low now and let the temperature creep up a little bit slower. Like I said, I'm aiming for 71-ish for 2 hours, but it never stays there, ever. But closest you can get it. Right, so 48, yeah, 47, 48. Right, there we go. So, yeah, just basically keep stirring it like that every so often. I do it about every half hour, but you can do it as often as you want. It's up to you. Now, this is the coconut oil I use. It's the cheapest of the cheap. I don't care. I don't know, a lot of people use organic, the refined, whatever. You choose what you want to use. This is what I choose to use. I'm not overly worried about my health, cholesterol, all that type of stuff. I think majority of everything I do is relatively healthy. So, but yeah, you might want to go organic or whatever, but this works perfectly fine for me, and I've been using it, let's say, 3 years now. At least 2 years of using this stuff, and I'm perfectly fine. Right, let's pause you again, and I'm gonna come back. Like I say, I just check on it every half hour, but I'll probably won't come back to you now until it's time to strain it, which will be in a good few hours, and it'll be starting to get dark. Oh well. Alright, in a bit guys, I'll go and chill. Right then, so it is, let's see, 5:15, and the temperature is at 68, 69. Ooh, over at 70. Near as damn it. So, it basically needs 2 hours from now, based on how a butter machine works. Yeah, so I put it on at what, 4:20, so yeah. Right, so yeah, give it another hour and a half, and then I'll be having a test of it and see what it's like. There we go. Pause. Right, so I am just making myself a cuppa, and this is actually where I can show you. Here's some I made earlier. So this is all I've got left out of my last batch. Yeah, not a lot at all. But this is what I do with mine, the coconut oil. It goes really, really nice in like cappuccinos and lattes. So, sorry, you've got to stir it loud. Yeah, so that's what I do. I'll literally just bang a spoonful into my cappuccinos and the milk. Where's the milk? Oh, that carton's obviously empty. Oh, get a fresh one out. But yeah, that's what I do with it. Some people cook with it. I'm lazy. I just bang it in a drink. Much quicker. A fork ain't gonna work. So yeah, that is basically what I bang in my drink. So while I've got you, I'll just check my temperature. Last I checked, it was hitting 80, so 78, yeah, 80. Are you going up? No, it's still holding at 80, so it's had, let's see, we're at 6 o'clock now, so it's had a good hour at over 70. So I'll give it another hour while I go and have my cuppa. Right, in a bit. Right then, so it is, let's see, nearly 5 to 7. A quick temperature check. We are at 84, 85. Right, is that as high as you're gonna go? 85. Right, well, we don't want it going any higher than that. So, let's turn this off, and then we'll give it a test. Ah, damn. I need a tube. 1 second. I'm just not organised. Everybody else, when they do a how-to, I'm sure they're really, really super organised. Everything laid out, everything you need, this and this and that. I'll be pausing it and grabbing everything. Back in a sec. Right then. Right, where was I? So, the best way we've found to test it, my boyfriend just basically tries it. Oh, if I could get into the packet, my God. This is hard work. Right. So just draw a bit up and try it. So that is the oil while it's being made, and it's going to be really hot. So my boyfriend always goes on about the nuttiness of the flavouring, and I'm just like, well, is it ready? Is it ready? He tends to tell me. What I tend to do is I'll have a couple of these, yes, and I'm dipping it back in after having it in my mouth, but this is just for me and the boyfriend. Nobody else is going to be having any of this. That's why I'm allowed to. I can stick my fingers in it, whatever I want is mine. So yeah, I'll try these a little bit and wait for it to cool and just see how it's doing. But it's had near enough 2 hours. It does always taste really nice. Aye. Right, well, another stir. And it is staying up at temperature. Right, we'll give it another 10 minutes and see what that oil has done to me, if anything. And then I'll come back and see about straining it. And I'll better put the dryer back on because I'm waiting for my cheesecloths. Yeah, not organised. Right then, okay, so I think it's had long enough. I've ended up giving it a little bit longer, so it's, what time are we on now? So it's 7:30, and I'm going to switch it off again. I did end up turning it back on because I didn't want it to cool too much. So it's now at, let's see, 72. Come on, you've got to be higher than that, surely. No, it's still sitting at 72, so it's a good job that I popped the heat back on, because otherwise it would have gone cold, wouldn't it? Yeah. That's strange, isn't it? Oh, it's dropped down to just 70. But anyway, it had plenty of time in the 80s. So the trick now is to get yourself a bowl and some cheesecloth. Otherwise you'll end up with horrible bits of plant material in your drink, coconut oil or whatever it is that you've chosen to use your oil for. So a lot of people will bake with it. So yeah, cheesecloths, man, I've started washing them. I did started off buying them every time. Bought a new cheesecloth. And then my boyfriend said to me, why don't you try washing them? And it's like, yeah, good idea. So yeah, now I just wash them. Right, that's a bit warm. Tea towels. Oh, they're in the wash. Everything's in the bloody wash. Right then. So yeah, you're basically just wanting to strain it. So you get your mixture plant material, everything, which is there. And yeah, just pour it through your cheesecloth into a bowl. Oh. This is where I could do with somebody to strain it a bit for me, scrape the bowl out even, but never mind. Oh, crampy now. Ah. Right then. So, you're not supposed to squeeze it. So everybody says don't squeeze it because you're squeezing the chlorophyll out of it. But I can't afford to be wasting too much, and it's only for me. So I don't really care if it's the colour going through, so I squeeze it a little bit. Just to get the oil out a bit faster. Another little way of doing it, if you've got more patience than I do, which some people do, I did actually discover a neat little trick. And that was hanging it in the cupboard door like that. At one point I was doing, yeah, leaving it hanging like that, but I don't know, it's just I've become impatient, what can I say? So instead I give it a bit of a gentle squeeze. Get it out. And like I said, this oil, you can work out how much is supposed to be in it, roughly, using an edibles calculator. How accurate it will be depends on, you know, how well you've done decarbing and the rest of it. That's the point. You can't waste any of it. My neck's a bit stiff, so bang a little bit of this on. Oh, and it doesn't half soothe aches and pains. This is what I use in my balm. So here we go, a bowl to collect the runoffs into, which will go into balms, bath bombs, anything else I feel like making. Bath melts are ace. My friend made one, Stacey, and she did me it, and I actually threw a whitey. Yeah, sat in the bath, and oh my god, my stomach went, everything. I had to literally go to bed. I felt that rough. And people say you can't get high rubbing it on your skin, and if you do enough of it, apparently you can. So I was, yeah, not feeling too clever. And I haven't chucked a whitey for a long time. It was definite whitey. Right, there we go. That can sit like that and finish straining of its own accord. And then you need some jars to pop it into, and more cheesecloth. I tend to double strain it. Where's the other one gone? Right, a second ago I had 2 cheesecloths. Right, oh, do you know, I'm the only person I know that can lose something right in front of myself. I'll be back in a minute, I'll go find another one. Oops, and back again. Yeah, I've literally managed to lose, yeah, it's not a very big cheesecloth that I've lost, but yeah, I've managed to lose a piece about that big. It's somewhere, it'll be in the kitchen somewhere. So yeah, double strain it to get any last bits of plant material out, because as much as it's not going to kill you, it's probably not very nice having little bits of plant in food, drink, whatever. Oh, there we go. I've actually put a bit more oil in than I usually do, mainly because I was distracted doing the video and pissed off at myself for deleting the first bit of video that I recorded. Whether or not I'm going to be able to edit it together, I very much doubt, because I don't know how to do stuff like that. I really do need to learn, but I'm just so busy. Somebody wants me to make them some hemp tea bags, and I've got to work out how to do it first, see if it's going to be cost effective to start with, you know, whether or not I can do it. So I've got more important things to do than learn how to edit videos. So there we go. Which is another thing I haven't learned how to do, which is put the thing up at the bottom of the video which says like, subscribe, hit subscribe. I've seen that YouTubers do have that on the videos, but I ain't got a clue how to do it, and frankly I've got more important things to do with my time, like this, or the exercise, get myself out of pain. Today I went for a swim and steam sauna, relax, because I mean I've been in pain constantly, like 24/7. It started, what, 2015? It started being really bad, and I mean I'm having time now where I'm not in any pain at the moment. My stomach's a bit niggly just here, and that's fine, I can ignore that, and my neck's a little bit, but considering my entire body was a mass spasm not so long back, I think I'm doing alright. And it's the cannabis. And knowing what's wrong with me, the functional neurological disorder, by God, that is a right hard work diagnosis. Anybody else that's got FND, you'll understand it's hard work. But not knowing, my physio thought I had MS, it was that bad. Right, so there we have it. So I've got 2 nice big jars of coconut oil made up, and that's the finished product, and I will basically be putting this into my cappuccinos, because I'm not lazy, but I don't like eating too much sugar, and it's the healthiest way I can see of taking it, rather than putting it into cakes and all the rest. But a lot of people put it in cakes and stuff. I like to just have it as it is in a coffee. Oh well, so as you can see, it's not that hard to make your cannabis into oil. It's a lot easier than people think. You literally do just bang it in the pot, heat it, and then strain it. So there we go. Job done. My phone's pinging again and distracting me. Somebody telling me to put links to my Twitter and Facebook on... put links to my Twitter and Facebook on YouTube to help my network grow. Thank you, Alex. Yes. Not a problem. Right. Oh dear. Yeah, I do get distracted easily. Right, now I need to work out how to upload this video because this is the longest one I've done, 20 minutes. Right, there we go. So, that's that. How to use your already vaped bud. Do not waste it. Never waste anything when it comes to cannabis. Everything can be used. The stalks went in there. Any stalks that I've just collected. A lot of people, they do decarb them. They'll put them in the oven or they'll keep them and put them in alcohol and shake off the crystals, but nah, just bang it in the pot. I mean, you might not get all the THC, but the other cannabinoids that you will get, I think make up for it. It's got to have a right mixture of cannabinoids in this, because I mean, there's going to be various degrees of vaped, because there's some that'll have vaped properly through the volcano, some that'll have been through the mighty and absolutely vaped very hard, and then some that'll have had a few puffs on, got distracted, put down, and not started vaping again. So it'll be, yeah, varying. And at the bottom of video descriptions. Right, I better go and work on uploading this video. Right, well, have a great evening, guys, and I hope you all have fun trying to make your own oil. It's not that hard, and like I say, the stuff that you collect afterwards can be made into all your balms and things like that, which eventually I might show you on another video. Maybe after I've moved and I've got a bigger kitchen. Couple of months, not long. Right, so this time I will stop it and it doesn't matter because I've finished. Alright then, and remember, if you like it, hit like. If you like me, subscribe please. And let's spread the word. Cannabis isn't bad. Cannabis is medicine, and cannabis has saved my life, and it does every day. And I'm sure it does for a lot of people. Bye guys.